Hello, beautiful people. How are you today? My name is Tatyana. I'm a high performance lifestyle and transformation coach. I'm a leadership coach and creator of Manada Personal Coaching, also international public speaker and creator of programs on higher consciousness and leadership development. I am so excited to see you all here. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome everyone. Today I'm going live to share with you some really important tips on effective time management and how to become the master of your own time so that you can live your days with ease and grace and joy and don't feel like you are constantly burning out or running like a squirrel or a hamster in the wheel all the time. And so from all the clients who I talk with and who work with me, I realized that this is an important topic and a lot of people are struggling with this, especially if you're a business owner and you are running a really busy business yourself and there are some demands from your family and you're a woman and you have a bunch of kids at home waiting for you. So all of this, of course, adds to your plate. So I would love to share with you 11 tips today so that you can truly take it and try to use it in your daily life and then try to use it for a week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, for a month, and then come back to me and share your comments underneath this post, how this helped you improve your time management, how this kind of transformed the way you approached your day, the way you approached your life, and the way you started showing up for yourself. Because I would really love to see you thrive, and this is my main goal to share this video with you today. Okay, so are you ready? Tip number 1, morning ritual. You probably heard from a lot of famous people that morning is the most potent time when you have the opportunity to program your mind for the day, and you have a chance to truly kind of decide what kind of day you're going to have ahead of you. So if you're waking up in the morning stressed and thinking about all of the buzzing thoughts and all of the buzzing worries that are in your mind, your day is gonna kind of reciprocate in this way and it's gonna end up being really stressful again. But again, morning routine is going to help you to focus your energy on something that's really important to you. So first of all, as you know, our brain functions in a lot of different ways. And when we sleep and when we're active, there are different waves that are being kind of like used by our brain. So when you're sleeping and when you're waking up, this kind of like small window in the morning is truly important because your slow theta, delta, alpha waves are starting to turn into beta waves when you're waking up. And this is a potent window for you to communicate with your subconscious how your day is going to unfold. So I would love for you to start utilizing this time to either journal in the morning or say positive affirmations for yourself or meditate. And if you haven't meditated before, this is something to explore because that truly works for a lot of people. Some people also go for a walk in the nature because nature has a natural ability to align you with your higher self, your body, mind, and soul. And this is what we want in the morning, this clarity and peace and understanding of how your day is going to unfold, even if there are unexpected things happening. So, but even more so important, start writing down and planning your day the night before. So I really recommend having a little journal or a notepad with a pen or a pencil by your bedside where you can really sit kind of like right before you go into bed, write down all the things you're worried about. Write down write down things that you would like to do tomorrow or that you're worried that you're going to forget. And this is important because when you are running a business, when you have a really busy job, when you have a lot going on at home with your family or you're studying, your brain is constantly absorbing information and at some point just starts spitting it out. And so you end up starting to forget and then you get stressed more. So we want to avoid that. So start planning your day the night before by writing down what you look at your calendar, right? Look at your calendar for next day and say, okay, I have these 2 important meetings. How can I plan my day around those 2 meetings? And what are the things that I need to accomplish tomorrow for my professional life and for my personal life, right? And then as well, leave the time for myself. How do we do all of that? So it's important to first look at how you spend your time throughout the day. Just kind of like observe throughout the day, what are you spending your time on? What are some of the habits maybe you can eliminate that will free up your free time? And where you will feel like, oh, that actually was taking a lot of my time and was draining my energy. And then let's see. Find out, prioritize wisely. So select 3 most important tasks that you would like to complete or accomplish in the next day, right? And the way you can select them is by priority, right? So they could be important and urgent. They could be not important and not urgent. And they also could be not important or urgent, but not important, right? So obviously the urgent tasks you are going to kind of address first. And that non-urgent task, you're going to see where you can plug them in or put them in throughout your week into your calendar, right? And similarly to this, you can build in this time for yourself to do some self-care. So it could be going for a walk in the afternoon. It could be having some tea and kind of like relaxing, looking outside the window. It could be just like me time, whatever that means to you, right? And you can also build that into your schedule. And of course, it's important to be open-minded, not to be a stickler to how you planned it out, because sometimes there are things that come up last minute when, school called and your kid is sick, or, there is a meeting that the director is holding all of a sudden that came out of nowhere and you did not expect that. So the ability to be flexible and navigate that with ease without trying to, attach yourself to your schedule is really going to help you feel more ease in your life as well. And really try to group your tasks together. So it really is important for time management. Because say, if you need to do some phone calls, try to group them together and do all the phone calls in this time period, right? And then respond to emails in this time period, for example, right? This way, you don't feel like your attention is dissipating in a lot of different directions and you already forgot what you were doing before and starting on a new task and you didn't finish that, yeah? And number 6 is avoid the urge to multitask. We kind of live in this really busy masculine energy world where we feel like we constantly need to go and do and achieve. And then especially as women, we forget that we actually, in the feminine energy, and feminine energy is all about receiving. It's all about being. It's all about joy. It's all about pleasure. So it's important to build in this time to reconnect with yourself through the feminine energy. By the way, whether you're a woman or a man, it's truly important for anyone and for anyone from different walks of life, right? And then number 7, set different time limits for various tasks. And it's important to do this sometimes because if you're really feeling creative with one task, you can really get carried away and then forget about an important phone call you're gonna make or something like this. So stick to your calendar and make sure that you put in the reminders that would pop pop on your computer and kind of remind you, oh, it's time to do this, or it's time to go for a walk. And number 8, try to build in buffers. Buffers between different meetings, like about 15 minutes or half an hour, buffers between different tasks that you're doing, so that it gives you this space to refocus yourself, recalibrate, bring yourself back together, because when we're focusing for too long, we're starting to lose our focus, we're starting to lose energy. And it's important to sometimes kind of like look out the window, go get some tea, get something refreshing, change the scenery so that your mind has the opportunity to come back into the center. Okay? And then number 9, let's see. It's important to learn how to say no. Sometimes we get so overwhelmed by all the demands that life is bringing to us, and we have to address all of them all at the same time. And this is where prioritizing tasks as a skill is really important, but also understanding where you can delegate, right? So perhaps there is a task that someone else can do that you just do not have the capacity to do right now. Like, how am I going to, address this? You may not necessarily feel comfortable saying, no, I'm not going to do this if your boss comes over to you and says, I need you to do this by this time. But there is a way of managing up, right? Managing up basically means that you set the expectations for another person. You set the expectation for yourself. You set the expectation for your boss. You set the expectation for your children and your husband of how you show up and how things can go, so that they already expect specifically that, right? Okay. And so you can say potentially, as an example, oh, I see that there is this, if the boss is bringing you a new project and asking you to do that really urgently, and you say, thank you so much for bringing this to me, but I have this list I'm working on today for all the things you've asked me to do prior to this. Is this a new urgent priority? Do I need to shift things down a little bit and take care of just of this? Or what would you like me to take care of first, right? So in this way, you're showing that you're truly dedicated to helping them, to support in the project, and at the same time, your plate is really full, right? Okay. And then number 10. You probably heard many times from a lot of different coaches and stars that organizing your space is so important. And why is it so important? Because when we organize our space around us, we sort of like organize our mind space, right? And it truly helps you to refocus. When you have a clean desk, barely anything on your desk except for the things that you need, maybe a little thing that inspires you or something like that, right? What it does is that it generates a different energy of clarity, energy of creativity, because you see a blank canvas in front of you, right? So make sure that you clean your desk, make sure that you don't have a bunch of different things lying around that may be taking your attention away truly from what you are trying to do and create. And then finally, tip number 11 is eliminate distractions. When we're working or when we're, with our kids, with our families, whatever we're doing is really easy to get distracted by our cell phones, to get distracted by all the messages and all the bling blings every time when it buzzes when someone texts you. It becomes really distractive towards the work you're trying to achieve, and it takes away your energy from what you're doing. So essentially, it ends up draining your energy. So make sure that if social media is important to you, that you actually allot some time during the day to attend to your social media followers, and give them some attention, give them some love, and comment on other people's posts if you feel like that. Just organize it as a separate time so you don't feel strained in different directions. So these are the 11 tips I have shared with you. I know they truly work, and I really hope that you will try to use them and then let me know how this has worked for you. Please share the video if you feel so inclined and this feels aligned to you, with you. And I wish you a wonderful day, a beautiful transformation, and always feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. And I look forward to seeing you next Monday for our next live. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Love to all of you.